Once upon a time, in a kingdom surrounded by emerald forests and silver mountains, there lived a curious and brave princess named Elara. Her castle was filled with ancient books, shimmering crystals, and mysterious artifacts from lands both near and far. Elara was fascinated by magic, but it was forbidden, for the kingdom had long feared its power after a dark sorcerer had caused havoc centuries ago. Despite the rules, Elara's thirst for knowledge couldn't be quenched. She would spend her nights under the glow of 1,000 stars, reading old scrolls and practicing whispered spells away from the prying eyes of the kingdom. Her only companion during these secret endeavors was a wise talking owl named Orion, who had lived for hundreds of years and had seen the world change in countless ways. One night, under a full moon, Elara and Orion stumbled upon an ancient, hidden library beneath the castle. This magical place was filled with books of spells, potions, and enchantments. It was here that Elara found a dusty old tome titled The Arcane Arts, A Path to Harmony. The book spoke of using magic not for destruction, but for healing, understanding, and connecting with the world. With Orion's guidance and the wisdom from the book, Elara embarked on a journey to master the arcane arts. She learned to speak with the animals of the forest, heal wounded plants with a touch, and control the elements with her will. Her magic was pure, driven by her kind heart and strong spirit. However, her secret couldn't stay hidden forever. The kingdom discovered Elara's magical talents and was initially filled with fear and suspicion. But Elara, with her newfound powers, took a stand. She demonstrated the beauty and benevolence of her magic by healing the sick, rejuvenating the dying crops, and protecting the kingdom from natural disasters. The people's fear turned into admiration and love. They saw that magic in the hands of someone with a pure heart could bring prosperity and harmony. The king, Elara's father, lifted the ban on magic, allowing it to be studied and practiced for the good of all. Elara became the kingdom's first magician princess, a guardian of peace and a bridge between the mundane and the mystical. She taught others who were curious and kind-hearted, spreading the knowledge that magic, when used wisely, could heal and protect. Under her rule, the kingdom entered a golden age of prosperity and understanding, where magic and nature lived in harmony. And so Princess Elara's legacy was woven into the tapestry of the kingdom's history, a tale of courage, curiosity, and the transformative power of magic. Orion, ever wise and loyal, stayed by her side, reminding everyone that even the smallest light could dispel the darkest shadows. Together, they showed the world that magic wasn't something to fear, but a precious gift to cherish and respect. And with that, the kingdom slept peacefully, knowing that magic was there to protect them, guided by the gentle hand of their magician princess. The end. As the days turned to months and the months to years, Princess Elara's mastery over magic grew, as did her reputation across the lands. People from distant kingdoms began to arrive, seeking her wisdom and the healing touch of her magic. Elara welcomed them with open arms, for she believed in sharing the gift of magic to create a world of harmony and peace. Among the visitors was a young prince named Rowan from a neighboring kingdom, plagued by a curse that had left his land barren and his people in despair. He had heard of Elara's miraculous deeds and, in a last hope, sought her aid. Elara, moved by Rowan's plight, agreed to help. With Orion by her side, she embarked on a journey to Rowan's kingdom, a place shrouded in dark magic and despair. The journey was perilous, filled with challenges that tested Elara's resolve and strength. They encountered mythical creatures trapped in spells of rage and sorrow, remnants of the dark sorcerer's legacy. But Elara, with her pure heart and unwavering spirit, reached out to these creatures with compassion, breaking the chains of their curse and freeing them from their torment. Upon reaching Rowan's kingdom, Elara discovered that the curse was tied to an ancient, dark crystal buried beneath the castle, a source of malevolent energy. Realizing the task ahead, Elara and Rowan ventured into the depths of the earth, guided by Orion's wisdom and the light of Elara's magic. In the heart of darkness, they faced the essence of the curse, a shadowy entity that thrived on despair and destruction. Elara, with Rowan by her side, called upon all her knowledge and power, channeling the purest form of magic through her being. With words of healing and light, she confronted the shadow, offering it redemption and release. The battle was fierce, the darkness swirling with a life of its own, but Elara's light was stronger. Eventually, the shadow dissipated, leaving behind the dark crystal, now cleansed and radiant with light. With the source of the curse purified, Rowan's kingdom began to heal. The barren lands blossomed once again, and the people's despair turned to joy. Elara had not only lifted the curse, but had also taught them the true essence of magic, a force for good, healing, and unity. Rowan, grateful beyond words, offered Elara his friendship and an alliance between their kingdoms. Together, they envisioned a world where magic was embraced, where kingdoms worked in unity against the forces of darkness. Elara's dream of a harmonious world seemed closer than ever. As Elara returned to her kingdom, her heart was full. She had faced the darkness and emerged victorious, but she knew her journey was far from over. There were still many lands in shadow, many hearts in despair. With Orion by her side, and now with Rowan as her ally, Elara was determined to spread the light of magic to every corner of the world. Her adventures had become legend, tales told in every household across the lands. Princess Elara, the magician princess, had become a beacon of hope, a symbol of the transformative power of love, compassion, and magic. And as long as the stars shone in the night sky, her legacy would continue to inspire generations to come. And thus, the tale of Princess Elara and her quest for a world of harmony and magic grew ever longer, a never-ending story of courage, friendship, and the endless possibilities of a kind heart. The end, for now. As the years passed, the alliance between Elara's kingdom and Rowan's flourished, becoming a beacon of cooperation and prosperity. Their united stand against darkness inspired other realms, leading to a coalition of kingdoms where magic was used for healing, protection, and nurturing the lands. This new era brought peace and abundance, but with it, new challenges emerged. Elara, ever vigilant, realized that the harmony they had achieved was fragile, dependent on the understanding and acceptance of magic's true nature. She envisioned a grand academy where individuals from all over the world could learn the ways of magic, not just as a power, but as a deep connection to the natural world and each other. With Rowan and the other allied kingdoms' support, Elara founded the Arcane Academy, a place of learning, discovery, and unity. The academy attracted students of all ages and backgrounds, each with their unique talents and aspirations. Elara, with Orion always by her side, led the academy as its headmistress, sharing her wisdom and experiences. She taught her students the importance of balance, the respect for all living things, and the deep responsibility that came with their powers. Among her students, a young girl named Leora showed remarkable affinity for communicating with nature, reminding Elara of her own beginnings. As Elara's story continued to unfold, a new shadow loomed on the horizon. A distant land, untouched by the Coalition's influence, fell under the sway of a new dark sorceress, Amara, who sought to bend the very fabric of magic to her will. Amara's ambition threatened not just the fragile peace, but the very essence of magic itself. Understanding the gravity of this new threat, Elara knew she could not face it alone. She gathered her most trusted allies, including Rowan, now a skilled mage in his own right, and her brightest students from the Arcane Academy. Among them was Leora, whose ability to understand the heart of nature itself would prove invaluable. Together, they embarked on a journey to confront Amara, traversing through enchanted forests, across tempestuous seas, and into realms where reality seemed woven from dreams and nightmares. Along the way, Elara and her companions encountered beings of pure magic, ancient guardians of the natural order who had remained hidden from the world. These beings, seeing the purity of Elara's mission, offered their aid, bestowing upon them gifts of ancient magic and wisdom. The confrontation with Amara was unlike any challenge Elara had faced before. It was a battle not just of power, but of ideologies. Amara believed in domination and control, while Elara stood for harmony and understanding. The clash of their magic rocked the foundations of the world, tearing rifts between realms, threatening to unravel the very tapestry of reality. In the heart of the storm, Elara reached out to Amara, not with a spell of binding or destruction, but with an offer of peace and redemption. Through the chaos, Elara showed Amara the beauty of a world in balance, the strength found in unity, and the true power of magic when wielded with a kind heart. Moved by Elara's conviction and the undeniable truth in her vision, Amara ceased her assault, and the darkness that had fueled her ambition dissipated, leaving her changed. With Amara's surrender, the world healed once more. The rifts between realms closed, and harmony was restored. Amara, seeking atonement for her actions, joined Elara's coalition, contributing her vast knowledge to the betterment of all kingdoms. Elara's legacy grew, not just as a wielder of magic, but as a symbol of hope, a testament to the power of compassion and the endless possibilities when hearts unite for a common cause. Her story, ever expanding, became a legend that transcended time, inspiring countless generations to come. And as the stars continued to watch over them, the world knew peace, a peace hard-won by the magician princess, her allies, and the enduring magic that connected them all. The end, until the next chapter unfolds. In the years that followed, Elara's world saw an age of enlightenment and unity, fueled by the harmonious blend of magic and the natural order. The Arcane Academy, under her guidance, had grown into a cornerstone of knowledge and understanding, attracting beings not only from the physical realms but also from ethereal dimensions, eager to share their wisdom and learn in turn. Elara's vision of a united world, where magic served as a bridge rather than a barrier, was becoming a reality. However, peace and prosperity always come hand in hand with challenges. As the world expanded, so did its complexities. The very fabric of reality began to show signs of strain, revealing cracks that led to forgotten realms where ancient magic ran wild, untamed and dangerous. These were the Lost Lands, places that time and memory had forsaken, now stirring awake with the resurgence of magic in the world. Elara, with the heart of an explorer and the spirit of a guardian, knew that these lost lands held secrets critical to maintaining the balance of the world. She also understood that within these realms lay threats not just to the physical world, but to the essence of magic itself. Thus, she convened a council of her most trusted allies and powerful students, including Leora, now a master of nature magic, and even Amara, who had dedicated her life to the preservation of balance. Together, they formed the Circle of Guardians, sworn to protect the realm from the encroaching darkness and to discover the mysteries of the Lost Lands. Their first expedition led them to the Shattered Isles, a place where reality seemed fractured, a mirror reflecting countless possibilities. It was here they encountered the Echoes, spectral beings trapped in a cycle of repetition, remnants of choices made and unmade. Elara, compassionate and wise, sought to understand the plight of the Echoes, discovering that they were key to healing the fractures within the Isles. By restoring their memories and resolving their unresolved legacies, the Circle of Guardians began to mend the rifts, one by one, weaving together the fabric of reality with threads of light and hope. As the Shattered Isles healed, the Circle of Guardians turned their gaze to the next challenge, the Abyssal Forest, a realm where darkness seemed alive, consuming all light. The forest was home to ancient beings, creatures of shadow that had never known the warmth of the sun or the touch of magic's kinder side. Instead of confrontation, Elara chose diplomacy, extending a hand of friendship to the shadows. She taught them about the balance of light and dark, and how each was necessary for the other's existence. In time, the Abyssal Forest transformed from a place of fear to a sanctuary of balance, where light and shadow danced in harmony. With each realm restored, the Circle of Guardians uncovered fragments of ancient knowledge, pieces of a cosmic puzzle that hinted at the origin of magic itself. They learned that magic was not just a force to be wielded, but a living, breathing entity, born from the union of all things. This revelation brought a deeper understanding of their purpose, not just as protectors of the realm, but as stewards of magic's legacy. Years turned into decades, and the tales of Elara and the Circle of Guardians became legends, stories told to inspire and teach. But for Elara, the journey was far from over. She knew that as long as the stars shone overhead, there would be mysteries to unravel, realms to explore, and darkness to light. Her legacy was no longer just her own, but belonged to all who walked the path of magic and sought to bring harmony to the world. And so the story of Elara, the magician princess, continues, an endless saga of adventure, discovery, and the unyielding power of hope. The end, for now, until the next chapter begins anew.